Good evening, everyone. Last day we talked of English language for class 11, and today our topic is going to be English literature. English literature is going to be of 100 marks, and we'll have Shakespeare, we'll have collection of short stories, and we'll have collection of poems. The book that consists of 10 poetries is Reverie. And what is the name of the storybook? Echoes. Both the book contains 10 topics, 10 poetry, and in another book 10 stories. So total 20 topics. But we should not be afraid of any kind of situation, since we are well aware of William Shakespeare. We'll have Tempest. We'll have Tempest, and it is a full act play. And in class 7, once we had a glimpse of this very drama, but not in dramatic format, but in story format. This drama consists of 5 acts. And how will you deal with this one? By using paraphrasing, annotation, and sometime if needed we will go through translation also. So hopefully it will not cause much trouble to us. But it does not mean we'll take everything easily. We have to be very careful while dealing with these topics. Now the poems. We have poetries like The Darkling Thirst by Thomas Hardy, a famous Victorian novelist as well as poet. We have Birches by Robert Frost. We have The Dolphins by Carroll and Duffy. The Gift of India by Sarojini Naidu, the Nightingale of India. Crossing the Bar by Alfred Lord Tennyson. John Brown by Bob Dylan, and Desiderata by Max Herman. Dover Beach by Matthew Arnold, another Victorian poet. The Spider and the Fly, hopefully we read before, a poem related to appearance and reality. We Are the Music Maker by Arthur William Edgar. So these are the topics that we are going to have for poetry. And these poems, I'll not say very easy, but I'll tell you very interesting. We'll learn plenty of things about the society, about the structure of human psychology, and different aspects of life. So, we should enjoy reading this poetry. Instead of thinking about how will you get the marks, we should think about how will you complete these topics neat and cleanly. Now, I am moving to the book of stories that is called the Echoes. The book is of evergreen publication. First one is Salvatore by Somerset Maugham. Famous writer, obviously the writing is also a famous one. Freeze by Satyajit Ray. Quality by John Galsworthy. To Build a Fire by Jack London. The Story of an Hour by Kate Chopin. The Chinese Statue by Jeffrey Archer. A Gorilla in the Guest Room by Gerald Durrell. The Singing Lesson by Catherine Mansfield, a famous prominent writer, normally writes about the society. The Sound Machine by Roald Dahl. Last year you read a poetry written by him, Television. And last but not the least, B. Wordsworth by V.S. Naipaul. So these are the stories we'll have. Now, what we have to do? First thing we have to remember, we have to build the confidence within ourselves that we are good in English. We studied English since our childhood, and these topics are not going to cause much trouble. And as I told you, we should not take these things for granted. We should pay utmost attention as much as we can. Now, for everything, how will you deal with literature? First, we'll divide these things into separate units. So instead of looking at 20 stories, 20 poems, we should look in division. 3 stories, 3 poems, sometimes 2 stories, 2 poems. It may be 2 poems, 3 stories, or alternatives. What will you do? We'll read the poem thoroughly. We will solve those hard words with easy meanings. We'll write line by line paraphrasing, summary, sometime if needed annotation. We will go through the workbook and other worksheets available, and we will make the topic so easy that it will not create any kind of trouble when you are going to write the exam. But attention is very much needed. Seriousness should be cultivated. Then only you can harvest proper result. So one thing we have to keep it in mind, we have to be hardworking. Now William Shakespeare, there is no need to make a specific introduction for him. He himself is a symbol of greatness, symbol of variety, symbol of life. Already we read Merchant of Venice, the entire drama, each line, each word, even each comma, each full stop. And we will do the same for The Tempest. We will not leave a single word, and we will make it very easy. We have to cooperate with each other. How? We have to forget that old habit of not giving feedback. Whenever you are asked what is your trouble, you say no trouble. There are 2 types of people who say no trouble. One who knows everything and another one who knows nothing. Hope you don't want to fall in the second group. So the feedback is very much needed, while it is online or offline. Online feedback is very much needed, and it is very much possible via WhatsApp, in comment section, via text message. So many options are there. So if you say we cannot interact, we cannot ask question, it is totally baseless. It is a lame excuse that you want to avoid homework, classwork and study. So these things cannot be cultivated, practiced in this particular year. Seriousness should be there, and you should have love for your subjects. Now, The Tempest, we have a character named Antonio. Don't think that is that same old Antonio we read last year. This is a different Antonio. Second thing, it is a full-fledged drama, and more than that, it's a comedy. What I believe, there is tragedy, there is comedy. There is no hodgepodge that is called tragicomedy. I don't believe in the existence of tragicomedy. And sometimes we term Merchant of Venice as tragicomedy by seeing the pathetic condition of Shylock. But after reading so many books, I came to a conclusion that we should avoid that term tragicomedy. Either it should be tragedy or comedy. Otherwise, if we do classification like this, then there will be thousands of classifications. This is a pure comedy. And we will have Elizabethan language and Elizabethan or medieval dialect. But this drama is not going to be as hard as those tragedies. Tragedies are harder to understand because that correlates so many human psychologies. Here we'll have merrymaking. Here we'll have so many interesting facts. We have the traditional belief and habit of those Elizabethan people, that ghostly affairs. They had so much of faith and belief in ghosts that often they introduce ghosts and spirits and those ghostly elements in their dramas. Whether it is Macbeth, there is the ghost of Banquo. So ghost is a prominent part of drama in Elizabethan period. People had the belief that there is the existence of life after death, and here also we have the ghostly affair. We have a princess, we have king, we have betrayal here, and we have mercy also. So all these basic components of human civilization, all these basic components of humanity are available here in this drama. So again I would like to repeat, this drama will reflect various aspects of life. Though 400 years old, more than 400 years old, yet very much related to today's world. This is an introductory video to literature. Last day we had language. And from the next video onwards, we'll start our lesson. And what are the types of things you are going to get in these lessons? You are going to get paraphrasing, annotation, you are going to get writing options. I will not write in board because that will not be visible. You have to use maximum data. So what I do, I will write on screen. You will see everything written on the screen from the next video. I'll try to make it as easy as possible so that you can understand. Now, what is your duty from that side? To write down, to ask question to your own self. Did you understand? If not, ask that one immediately without any kind of doubts. You should ask that problem to me. Feel free to ask your doubts. So that is our literature part, and hope success will be the consequence. Go through the video properly, dear children.